Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here, and this behemoth quadcopter that I can't even fit entirely in frame is the WLtoys V666. Not sure about the choice of numbers there, but this is basically the same as the V262, which a lot of people have asked me to review, except this is an FPV version, and it is 5.8 gigahertz FPV. So you've got a little monitor here at the sunshade that pops out, and nice big antenna. You can plug that right onto the transmitter, nice and easy. And then you've got the big old antenna coming off the back of the camera there, and the camera's got an anti-vibration mount, and you can even mount the they've got a 1080p 5 megapixel camera that you can put on there if you want. It's kind of interesting, the camera is powered from the bind plug of the battery, so it has a 2S LiPo. Let's go ahead and cover the details there while we're at it. So it's a 1200 milliamp hour 2S LiPo. So you put that in above the camera here, and then your normal JST plug plugs in to power the quad, and then the bind plug plugs in to the camera there to power the camera and the FPV signal. So that's kind of neat. Let's see, the battery, it has a wall plug charger here that you charge off the balance port, and it takes about 2 hours to charge. You get about 9.5 minute flights, as you see it here with the camera and the vibration mount and this big old frame on it and everything. So actually pretty long flight time considering everything that this has on it. However, there, like, the LVC warning is at like the last second, which is a little bit worrying for something this big. I kind of would have liked to see a longer LVC warning. It does have LEDs on each of the motor mounts here, and on the front they are white, and on the back they blink between red and blue, so kind of weird there. Let's see, what else is there to say? So we'll go ahead and look at the transmitter. Pretty nice transmitter here, hobby grade style. It has bumper buttons here, so the left button is to change your different rates, and the right button is for flips, and it has 4 different rates and 1 yaw rate, and it's a pretty good yaw. Alright, and so let's look at everything it comes with. We've got a spare set of props here. One just fell out of the bag as I picked it up. Get back in there. So yeah, there's our spare set of props. We've also got, this is a charging cable for the FPV screen. This has its own power source, so where is the plug? There we go. There's where you plug in the charger, and then it has its own power switch there, so that's pretty cool. It doesn't run off your transmitter batteries. There's also a USB card reader. Let's see, you can record, obviously since it has the card, it records to the camera itself there, so that's pretty nice. Let's see if I can get the card out of there. That's a little awkward to get to. There we go. And it is a 4 gigabyte memory card, so a nice big memory card. I forget if the camera is HD or not. I don't have that in my notes. I think it is a 2 megapixel HD camera, if I recall correctly. So you can record in HD to the built-in memory, or the SD card in the camera, but your FPV signal is still an SD. So let's look at. So we got there's just not enough room on my table here at this big old thing. So the screen just plugs into the transmitter nice and easy. That's what that plug is there, and you've got this little port on the top there. So you just take it and plug it into that port, and it kind of snaps into place. And so there's your FPV screen. So that's pretty cool. And nice and convenient and good package. It looks nice. You got the sunshade on there and everything, so that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. And then when you're done with it, you just pull it off, and now you don't have to have that big old bulky screen on there all the time. Let's see. It uses the V2X2 protocol, so you can use the V222 transmitter if you want, or you can use this transmitter with the other quads that use this protocol. And then to recalibrate it, you press the flip button, get it into flip mode, and then you hold both sticks down left. That's how you recalibrate in that protocol. And so the frame here is kind of permanent. It's not really designed to be removed, and there's no other like outdoor, just a plain canopy here. So it's a little bit weird to have a quad this big with a big old foam frame like this, unless you were intending to fly indoors. I don't really see the need for a frame like this outdoors, and then it just kind of acts like a wind sail and just adds a whole bunch of extra weight and whatnot. So a little bit weird. I'm just not really fully sure what the purpose of a quad like this is. The ar.drone has this body, and I think that's the design they're looking for, but this body on the ar.drone is for indoor flying, and then it also has a body that looks just like this center plastic part, and then you've got just that for outdoor flying, and it's much lighter and more nimble and stuff. So I would have liked to see that, where you could take this frame off if you wanted to easily. I mean, clearly you could do it if you want, but then you're just going to have like exposed circuit board and stuff. And then with a quad this size, this is pretty notorious for killing motors. So I definitely suggest breaking in the motors on your first run. Just set it on the table and run the throttle as low as you possibly can. For like the entire battery duration. Maybe stop every few minutes to let the motors cool down. But it's definitely important to break the motors in on this so you don't end up killing them earlier than you would normally. And this does have the power to lift a GoPro. People carry GoPros on the 262, so if you wanted to take this camera off, and you can even use that anti-vibration mount and figure out a way to rig your GoPro on there, you can actually lift that with this. So yeah, I think that about covers everything. So go ahead and take it outdoors and do some flying, show you the FPV screen, do some onboard recording, check that out, and I think that's about it. I guess I didn't cover the your camera operation here on the bottom, and then you've got a light button. And then I'm not sure what this model, what that does. Maybe is that like an automated flip button or something? Not really sure what that is. But that's how you start and stop the camera for recording. So, alright, yeah, that's all I've got to say about it. So let's go take it for a flight. Alright, this is the flight review of the WLtoys V666 Cyclone, the FPV camera. I'm out at my parents' house, so get some big open area to fly it. The screen is pretty hard to see, so I don't know about doing any actual FPV because I can't see it at all. A little bit of a breeze, so we'll start out 100% rate. See how this does in the wind. Oh yeah, plenty of pitch. I don't think this will have a problem fighting the wind. Just start out with some flying first, kind of get a feel for it. That's into the wind there. That's full speed. So a little trouble flying into the wind. Not bad with the wind there. Let's flip. Whoa, little wobbly coming out of the flip. That wasn't bad. It's like I got a fan out there. Yeah, I can't see the FPV screen at all. I can see a bunch of lines going across it. That's about it. Well, let's start the camera. Oh, whoa, there we go. Must have let off the throttle a little too much while starting the camera. Should be filming now at least. I'm not really going to be able to test FPV. It is big, that is for sure. No problem seeing this thing. I don't really understand the point of the big foam body though. For something this big, for outdoor flying, just seems kind of pointless. Overhead there. Alright, let's go ahead and stop the camera. Yeah, man, I can't see the FPV screen at all. Get my face right in there, I can kind of see it, but there's a bunch of interference already. I'm way out in the wide open here, so I don't know why I've got interference. Seems kind of fun to fly though. It's a little bit wobbly in the turns. You gotta stay on the throttle a lot too. It likes a lot of throttle. I'm full throttle like constantly right now. I've just got the throttle max and I'm just using my pitch to kind of keep it going, but yeah, it's on full throttle. Alright, well I think that was a pretty good demo other than not really being able to show FPV. Go ahead and bring it down for a landing. Well, there we go. Much delay on the review there, but finally got it done. That's the WLtoys V666 with the FPV camera on the bottom, and you can mount a GoPro on this or a Mobius, or they've got their own 1080p camera if you want, so a few different options. But there we go. Check the video description for price and purchase link. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.